We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, 1, 15, 1. General West, roll out.
Kill, 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 turn up. Kill, 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 turn up. Switch, switch.
Check nine.
Watch the edge. Slam.
Get.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
I'm here all day. 25.
Rock it.
Hey, watch it.
Defense.
Now a give coming right is Breida. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here I go. 36. Shift. Kill. Switch. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So likely a 3 and out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 52. Echo. 52's the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. He can.
1st down, Murray. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Callum Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right, 52. Check. Go. Bang.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
56. Get hustle. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 2nd down, Murray. David Johnson here on the catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I'm going to run you over. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check the...
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And now it's second down.
Here we go. 70 ending. Defense. Let's go, defense. Go. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming on this pleasure. Mike, 56.
Now Murray again. Wilson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I was waiting to shine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Body, want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Still here.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ready? 30 base.
58, come on.
Pilot, 64, green.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
On the double.
56, Mike, 56. That's not good. Sponge.
Off the play fake. Lane. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Single slot. 56 is the Mike.
Off play action. Lane. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pick it up, G. Watch the 6. Drive on. Check 3. Ball trot.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
56. 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Murray now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
At the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
Off the play fake. Lane. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Lions.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Watch the run.
Get it.
On 1st down, here's Breida.
Check 50.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He finds his man Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Check. 56 the mic, boy.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Murray now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Seven, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
Come on. Check 4. Check. No. Off. Shut up.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Watch the run.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40. This is Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
He's checking. Check it back.
On 3rd down, here comes Clement. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Switch. Kill. Check. Crunch.
Ready?
They run for it with Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
we go. Here we go. Touchdown.
I know he ain't got it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike 56. Mike 56. Man, I got you. 56 to Mike. 56.
From the gun on third down, Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Murray now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Murray now on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. I'll get him. Get him, go.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
You better be afraid of me.
Throwing again, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Wide, get wide.
Murray to air it out again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Murray looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Second and 14. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Lions.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Go. Leo.
Off play action. Lay. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
You got tape.
Throwing again. Lane. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Lane. Gets it to Strong. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Murray now to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set, ready? 8, read. And watch that. And watch the ball. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Check 52. Tighten up. Fire.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
We got 4. Rush in. SOS. Hey, switch gears. Switch. Check safety.
Ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Check 26. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 50. Plant. 58. Come on. Get in the right room. Check 9. Watch the end. Slam.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
56. Mike, 56.
On 4th down, Lang, and the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Ben Gideon, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
To throw is Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Kill. Get it.
They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
18 Gators.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Big air, big air, big air.
Big trip.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Bang, 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 bang. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. Normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
To throw again, Murray. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You got it, son. Check 13. Check 13.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now it's Breida. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Jumper, 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 jumper. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 37, check 37.
Now. 2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Gideon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, stand up. Check three. Ready.
Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
3 down. No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Hatchet. Right there. Right there. 54.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Lions 21, Cardinals 17.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 at a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burgess. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
56. Mike's 56.
To throw is Murray. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56. Let's get the ball. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 56, Mike, 56, right there. 56.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Is a turnover on downs.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Showing up. Check.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
50. Check 4.
Let's go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, this is Breida, finding some room at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
56. Hey, keep it up. Watch safety creep.
Hey, lock it.
Safety's creeping. Check 31.
Big grip.
On 1st down, Clement. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now a give running left is Breida. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
I'm going back to you.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.